Hello, fellow CREA members. Mike Butler here, coming at you live, and I've got my good friend and our May speaker, Pete Youngs, is on the call. And Pete Youngs is doing a Saturday workshop just for CREA, a full-day Saturday workshop that's May the 31st at the Wildwood Country Club, 5000 Bardstown Road, right here in Louisville, right down the road from Woodhaven. And Pete, can you tell us what we're going to learn on the Saturday workshop?
Yeah, Mike. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spend all day teaching people on different ways that they can make more money off of their rehab properties. I'm going to talk about mold. As you know, I am a EPA approved, accredited mold inspector, and I can teach the classes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a portion of the day showing you how to inspect for mold, because I can actually make you get about a 25% discount on a piece of property when it's bank owned by proving that it has molds or toxins or some sort of bacteria in there. And I'm also going to show you how to get that cleaned up so that once you get the discount for it, then you don't have a problem with having this particular mold or anything in the house. So basically, it's a cool trick. Another thing that I'm going to talk about is I'm also lead-based paint approved, and I'm going to teach people what the benefits and what the cons are as far as lead-based paint, and what you need to know if you're going to be working on a project with lead-based paint. I'm going to once again show you some tools and techniques that are going to save you literally thousands of dollars. I'm going to show quite a bit of video footage on actual rehabs of houses so that you can see exactly what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. I'm going to go over materials and labor costs with you so that you know how much something's going to cost before you make the offers on it. See, a lot of people, they end up going into rehab properties and they have no idea what the rehab's going to cost. I'm one of the few people out there that's actually going to teach you how and how to price what actually goes on and how much it's going to cost you. And basically, one of the biggest things that I'm going to do is I'm going to answer 7 questions that you need to know before you ever hire a contractor. And that's a real important thing right there. Now, it's going to be an all day long thing, so it's not like I can end up telling you everything that's going to be covered, but I will tell you this. Most people that go to any of my Saturday classes say that they learned more in that 8 hours than they've learned in a lot of people's 3-day boot camps. So it's jam-packed with loads and loads and loads of useful information that's going to save you literally thousands of dollars. And it's just an absolute great training. It's wonderful.
So, who should attend this Saturday training, Pete?
Well, you know what? The people who get the most benefit out of it are, number one, beginning investors. Number two, investors that have done over 100 houses. So it's for either ones. Real estate agents come to these things so that they can actually make suggestions to the people that are trying to buy houses on what they could do to improve the properties. They have a little bit more understanding on what would make the properties sell a little better, provided somebody would do some stuff. And the funny thing is you don't have to know how to do rehabs to end up working on rehabs. All you have to do is know some cosmetics that can be done to a piece of property, and it makes a whole difference in how much you can get for that property. So I don't care if you're just going to wholesale these properties and just sell the contract, or whether you're going to actually go through the rehab and try and retail them. It's for anybody who has to do anything to do with real estate. As a matter of fact, even if you're going to just be working on your own house, it'll be worth your time to come to the Saturday class, because it can save you easily over $1,000 just for a paint job on your house. It could save you literally $700 or $800 just knowing what kind of carpet to buy and what kind of pad to use. It basically how to get some contractor discounts that you had no idea that you were entitled to. It's literally going to put thousands of dollars in your pocket just to attend, no matter who you are.
I agree with that 100% there, Pete. And another thing I'd like to point out is we have a lot of investors who think, I'm not going to worry about any of that stuff. I'm just going to sign a check. Well, I tell you what, if you've got that kind of mindset, when you see what Pete has to offer you, what if you could take something that you normally spend $3,500 on, like replacing a bathroom, and he shows you how you can knock it out for $300. You think you'd want to learn how to do that so you can train your guys? Even if it means you training your guys how to do it cheaper, you're going to write a smaller check instead of a big fat check. Okay? So there's tons and tons of things that he can do. And I learned, I tell you what, I think I've been doing it for a while, but I learned a ton from this guy. And we've implemented those things, different ways to save on floor coverings and for the long haul, whether it be a rental property, whether it be a retail property. He's got it all going on. And what about Q&A? Can folks ask you questions there?
Oh, yeah. One of the big parts of what's going on is you have an expert there that you can literally ask anything that you want to ask about rehabbing. I've been doing it for over 30 years as a general contractor. I've been teaching professionally for 23 years. I haven't run across too many questions that I couldn't give you the perfect answer for. And I think that anything that you could ask me, I could give you an answer to.
That's
so
cool.
it's going to be great.
Pete knows what he's talking about. You remember when they had the Olympics down in Atlanta a few years ago, if you can remember that? Well, guess who built the athletes or the Olympian village for all the athletes to stay at? Yeah, that guy right there. Okay, Pete Youngs, he did all of that. And another thing that's exciting, there's things in your garage right now, okay, that you can use to rehab houses that you would never, ever dream of would be involved in renovating a house. And you got them sitting in your garage right now. Isn't that true?
That is true.
Yeah. So,
I can show people how to save $800 on painting windows by pulling out the car wax that you have in your garage.
Holy cow. All right, that's good. You mentioned seven questions to ask a contractor. Now, I'm not looking for the answers right now, but can you give us 2 or 3 of those questions you might ask, or just to let them know what the questions are to ask, or is that?
Yes. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, a couple of them are simply this. A lot of people ask for references, all right? Well, they're going to give you 3. Well, one of the things that you need to do is you need to ask for 5 references. The other 2 that you're going to ask for, because they're always going to be able to give you 3, ask for somebody who they had to go back and fix something for after they've been paid. Because I want to know that if something's not done correctly, or if I find something that's done wrong down the road, I want to know that they're going to come back and fix it. So that's one of the secret things. The other thing is I ask them where they buy their materials from.
Oh, that's good,
because
right there.
That's
the question.
Yeah,
woo-hoo.
That's the one.
Yeah, where do they buy their materials?
That's it.
Okay, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
And he's got tips and tricks and just simple things that are right under our nose that we can see every day, that Pete's going to share with you on how to get somebody that would normally cost $60, $75 an hour, and you can get them for $8. You can get them for $10. Same quality of work,
exactly,
and faster and faster. It's pretty incredible. It's I'm going to be there on Saturday. I want you to be there. We're going to have a hot lunch buffet. It's cheap, $49 for members, 2 members for $79, and if you're a guest, $99. And let me tell you this. Please buy your tickets or register right away, because we've got to have the room set up for the number of folks that we expect. Okay, so do that first. Normal registration expires 6 p.m. on Friday before. If you try to walk in that morning, it's $99 for everybody, because it causes total chaos for the Wildwood Country Club, setting up the tables, the seats, the chairs, the food, everything. Okay. So just register early, and we're going to have a blast there on Saturday and learn a bunch. Thanks, Pete.
Thanks, Mike. It's going to be great. I hope to see everybody there.
Adios.